gentlemen, you are now tuned in to DavidPokePersin. Let's go. Catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all, catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon, what? Pokemon, what? Pokemon, what? Pokemon, what? Catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all, catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon, what? Pokemon, what? Pokemon, what? Pokemon, what? I'ma be the very best to catch a main and test. Travel across the land with the cards that I collect. Box breaks, handshakes, aftermaster sets. #1 English card collector above the rest. Yes, the power that's inside each and every deck. Holograms and variants commanding your respect. Booster boxes, legendary card contest. I know it's my destiny to catch 'em all yet. Catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all, catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon, what? Pokemon, what? Pokemon, what? Pokemon, what? Catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all, catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon, what? Pokemon, what? Pokemon, what? Pokemon, what? See, you could teach me, and I'ma teach you. Our courage and integrity will always pull us through. Just like Ash Ketchum, Charizard, and Pikachu. A student of the craft to the hobby, staying true. In a world we must defend, you know we'll never fall. A trainer on the roam, trying to fill my Pokeball. We are the champions, and we stand tall. You can ask Logan Paul, yeah, I'ma catch 'em all. Catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all, catch 'em all.
I'm good. Thanks for joining me.
Pokemon, what? Pokemon, what? Pokemon, what? Pokemon, what? Catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all, catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon, what? Pokemon, what? Pokemon, what? Pokemon, what? DavidPokePersin. Yeah. You're now rocking with the best. Pokemon, what? Yes.
Hi, Anna. How are you? Hi, guys. Good morning. I'm going to talk to you in just one sec. I thought I'd just finish up these cards. I was showing the cards from the Furious Fist set. I pulled them out of my set. And I'm showing kind of all the holos, just to, well, the full art holos anyways, so that we could kind of have an intro to my wonderful Sunday morning video. And I have two more, so let me show you those two as well. Hi, Lamar, nice to see you. Let me finish this last one here. I'll come over here because my camera likes to play with me. And there we go. Those are our cards from the Furious Fist that we're hoping to pull in some of our packs. So today I'd like to greet you with the way that my fourth grade student's son, his science teacher greets the class on the Zoom calls every, I don't know, Monday and Thursday or something. So good morning, fellow Pokemon card collectors. It's so good to see you. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys all had the best weekend so far. I'm just excited to be here with you. And I hope we have a really good time in science class today. We're not doing science class, we're doing Pokemon class, but you get the idea, okay? I just wanted to bring it out there. So, okay, nice to see you. So we got Jacob, we got Fox, we got Dookie, and we got Lamar. I don't know how the four of you are going to mix, but it doesn't sound pretty. The whole thing just does sound like it'd go wrong if I put it that way. So good morning, happy Sunday. It's been a while, and that's okay. Things can happen. We all get busy. Let's not make a big deal out of it. All right, it's Uncle Dave doing some other stuff. So I am a little bit behind. I will say that. And let me come over here on the face cam because that's important. I like to get all the scary parts of the videos out early. Yeah, this is me. Hi, it's Uncle Dave. In the background, my son is playing Fortnite. Like that's not a recurring theme. It's the children running the roost over here. So don't mind him. He'll just do his thing. Let's see what I want to tell you. I want to tell you that, and I'll mention this a few times later, just in case anybody else hops on. I do have a few extra packs because I can't Uncle Dave can't get anything sold. Okay, that's the reality. You got people like PokeRev. The guy can sell 1 billion packs to 1 billion people at $1 billion a pack. I can't sell 36 packs to 12 people or 18 people at, or maybe even 36 people if you did the math right, and who says I really should, for like, $7.50 a pack. So I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, that's okay, because you know what? I can sell them on other venues. So I said to myself, you've got some work to do. And then my other self said, what kind of work you got to do? And then the other guy said, you've got some people you have to, honor an obligation. And I'm like, what obligation? Then we had it out at that point. But the whole point was that I've got people that have bought packs and they deserve to have their packs opened regardless if there's extra packs. And I've got to hang on to them and put them somewhere else, right? But there are other packs available in case anybody decides that, oh my God, we haven't seen all the packs with all the good cards. So I still want to buy a couple at $7.50 a piece. Yes. And today only, you can get 2 of them for $15. Plus a flat $5 shipping fee, no matter how many packs you buy. Okay. Mm-hmm. So let's go over the, thank you. Let's see. And I want you to know something about as we, COVID has made me broke. It's supposed to be going the other way. I guess Fox is not working during COVID. It's the people that are working and not having to spend that are going the other way. So I'm sorry to hear that, Fox. So let's see what we're going to do. I'm going to show you the order and how this is all going to work, because Uncle Dave has a little bit of a trick to his box break. So let's see if I can put this down in front now, and we'll look at this. I'll come over here. I'm going to kind of hold this up. So this is what I do. I take all of the names that are participating, and I put them in a list. And then I randomize the list. Look at the bottom here, because Uncle Dave doesn't lie. He just tells fibs. So if you look at the back of this, it says, or even the bottom, because if I look at the back, let's look at the back of this and see what that means. Nothing. You better look at the bottom. If you look at the bottom of this, it says I've randomized this list 10 times. By the way, I didn't do it personally. Random-org/list did it for me. And at the end of that process, here's the list and how it's going to go. These are the packs in the order we're going to open them. Now, if you didn't like your name shown to the rest of the world, I'm sorry. That's my bad. I apologize. The green ones are ones that people have not bought. I'm just going to put them in my own pack and enjoy them later. By the way, I don't open any packs, so I can't enjoy them later, but I will just put them aside and cry over spilled milk. And then there are some folks who ask for me to put their packs and keep them sealed. So I put a little note down because occasionally I forget that they say that and then I open them. And that's really foolish. That's like just bad. And then we're going to go in this order. And if you notice, the one trick here for my box breaks is you don't necessarily get them in consecutive order. So my wonderful friend called Dookie Sausage, wonder how long it came up for her to come up with that name. And by the way, what was the motivation behind that name? I don't know. I don't think I want to know. So Dookie Sausage, she's on here as number 1, but then her second pack will be somewhere down this list. She's going to have to hang around a while, I guess, to pack 32. So sorry about that, Dookie Sausage. Maybe you've got time to cook yourself some Dookie and some sausage in the morning and have a nice Sunday brunch buffet while you're waiting. Okay, congratulations. Asaf, nice to see you all the way from who knows where you're traveling these days. I'm going to guess you're back in Germany, but I don't know with you, sir. I just hope you're having fun. Okay, so that's how it's going to work. I'll announce the packs. I'm going to open a box first and get rolling on that. So this is called a Furious Fist box. That's what it is. It's Furious Fist, and it's still sealed. It's got some wrapper on it if you like wrapper and that kind of stuff. So we're just going to open it and get moving here and see how it all comes out. And if you've got, thanks, it's nice of you. So Dookie's let us all know that she's got nothing going on in her life and she can hang around all morning on a Sunday. Gosh, congratulations. Sounds like things are going swell in your social situation. So, okay. So I'm going to, because people worry about box mapping and all this stuff, and it really doesn't matter because obviously I've got a lot of order stuff. I'm going to throw that out of there. I'm just going to mix these around a little bit and you'll just kind of see them kind of move around and do what they do. Let's see, what should we talk about while I'm mixing? Let me find a topic here. Okay, well, here's what we'll talk about first. Let's talk about what's going to happen with me. And I don't mean in my life because I don't have an answer to that, but I am going to start filming more regularly. I have to get to the Christmas break. I have been completely and utterly exhausted with my son and his school learning responsibilities. Some of you know that I am now kind of full-time teaching him. And it has been an interesting experience because he has learning disabilities, so to speak. And the patience and the adjustments and all of it for me, going back to school when I'm almost 60 years old, is a difficult situation. So not nothing, no big deal, except that I just have not been able to get to everything I want to do. So I will try to really do a nice cram session and get that happening over the holiday. That's my intent right there. I do have some very beautiful things coming in next week. I'm really excited to share with you. So I definitely think by the end of next week, I'll go ahead and show you some stuff. I've got some new sets coming, some new toys coming, and I think that'll be nice as well. So, okay, I'm just going to get some of these kind of mixed around. And then again, doesn't matter how we pick or what I pick from, but we'll be set to go. Of course, thank you so much for participating. I'm very appreciative to all of you. At least it gets me out here every once in a while, right? And I can't do without you. So thank you for your purchases and for your willingness to be on with me. And for the folks that are on here is with me as well. Feel free to ask me some questions. What I was going to say is that I try to answer all of you as you're texting me and messaging me or whatever they call this on this site. So in fact, I'll switch over my other one just to make sure I can see the comments on here. So it makes it more fun the more that you interact or questions that you have, and I'll talk through some things as we get going as well. So, but my promise to Dookie Sausage, because she's actually now telling me she's got a big day planned and I had no right to treat her like that, was that I'd get her out of here in 1 hour. So now I only have 47 minutes. I've talked most of it away. So I have to get rolling. Okay, so let me get rolling. Dookie, you're up and you're pack number 1. Here we go. Best of luck to you. I wonder if I should turn off. Okay, so I'm going to play around with this pack for just a moment because I got to figure out if there's any code cards or what you have to do with them or whatever. If you guys understand the code cards, let me know because let me see if there's anything. Okay, it looks like there's going to be maybe 3 cards I'm going to roll off the bottom. So I guess I go 3 cards. I'm just trying to figure that part out for the Furious Fist, and then I turn it over. That's kind of what I think is going to happen, okay? So here we go. Again, my first time doing a Furious Fist as well. So we have a reverse hollow Breloom, and we have a hollow Clawitzer. And I am going to sleeve the hollows. I don't know. I'm presuming that I don't know if you get one in every pack or not. I wouldn't think you would, but I don't know for sure. But that's what we have first for Anna. I'm just making room to put stuff in a pile over here so I make sure everybody's cards stay where they're supposed to be. Okay. Pack 2 is one that is at this point for me, so I'm just moving it over to the right side in my not bought packs. And now I'm going with Canis Ortega. I don't know if I'm saying that name right or not, so I apologize if I'm not. This is a sealed pack, by the way. Again, these yellow marks up here, me and these folks have asked me to keep them sealed and send them to them afterwards. So I'm going to put that in their pile over there. And now we're up for Chris Higgins. Chris Higgins is pack number 1. So, have you guys read? There he is. There's my guys. A couple of guys have come on so far. Nice to see you guys. Tom Bystander. Took a little longer than normal, but thank you again for not being a bystander. Although you might be a bystander. I guess you'd be a bystander who would not attend. But if you're attending, you're really here. You're not just a bystander. You're kind of a participant. And then, and Drunken Cooking, I don't know how this guy has all this time. The guy is everywhere. The guy's everywhere. And he's never sober, and he's always cooking. So I just don't know how he does it. You'd think he'd have to sleep sometimes just to sleep it off. Oh, look at that. Isn't that nice? Giovanni's Break Room has joined us. Usually he's in kind of an ambulance trying to save the world, and today he's just trying to save my live stream. Oh, what a sweet guy. Okay, so this is Chris Higgins. Chris Higgins in the house. I'm moving. I don't know what I'm going to just get used to it. I got to get my rhythm down. I got to throw away the code card, then turn it over, then flip 3 cards, then go like this, and I will get the rhythm down, okay? Mr. Locknet. is on with us. Nice to see you. Here we go for Chris Higgins. That's a nice card. I like Plesso. Cubchoo. We have a reverse holo Poliwag. Sometimes I do have more respect for the reverse holos than most folks, but I'm not going to sleeve them at this moment just to save us time. And just a rare Hariyama in this case. Okay. So, Chris Higgins. We're on Connie Ortega. Okay, so this person had one sealed and one open, so this is going to be their opened pack. Their opened pack. And I hope, Mr. Locknet, when you're calling us Poke Nerds, you're doing it as a term of endearment. I just don't want anybody offended on the broadcast. You know how sensitive Pokemon collectors can be. So please, be careful with your stereotyping. I wonder what happens if I pull out. Let me just try this here for a second. Oh, I see. That's going the wrong way. I'll stay where I was. Okay. Just doing some checking. The production values are very high in these broadcasts. So the mat came from a good friend of mine who's actually on the broadcast, which is Giovanni's Break Room. They were kind enough as a pre-holiday gift. Actually, they're just kind people. It was no gift at all. It actually was a gift, but no specific purpose. They went to the Pokemon Center and they got me this and had it sent to me, this beautiful mat that I'm on, so that I wouldn't just be showing my countertop anymore, soft. So thank you for asking. Reverse holo Scraggy. And wow, this is a beautiful card. So we picked up a nice one here. We got a Heracross EX. Heracross EX. Congratulations to am I on Canis? Let me just make sure here. This is Canis Ortega, the second pack. I'm just looking here. One, bear with me. Make sure I don't, if I screw up, I get nasty notes and people know where I live and they come to my house. So let's cross that. Then they got that one. And then these people over here got this one. And then I went over there with the, not bought. This might be my own pack. Okay, I think this is actually my own pack. But I screwed it up. Or is it Chris Higgins? Just a minute. No, Chris Higgins already got their pack. How you doing? I'm just doing some math. I'm just doing some administrative keeping, okay? Because I don't want to cheat anybody. I want to be fair, okay? So here's what happened. I got Anna her pack, then I moved one over there to not bought. And this is what happened. When you get very excited on a Sunday morning, you don't get a lot of sleep. And I was going to tell you guys about this whole staff promo controversy thing. And then I got caught up in all that. And I didn't keep track of the packs right. But I have it all right here on tape. It's not like I can't go back and watch the tape, right? So then Canis got the sealed pack, and I put that aside. Then Chris got this pack, which was open. So the not bought pack was my pack, okay? So that was actually my pack and should not have been Canis Ortega. But you know what? I don't care. I'm going to give it to Canis Ortega because there's a nice card in it. So that's what's happening. We're going to go with this one for Canis Ortega's getting that pack, and that's it. I lost because I screwed myself up. And I'm now going to take my pack, which is this one that I should have had as 5, which probably has nothing in it. I've hurt myself today. Why don't I should deserve things better than this. God. Okay. All right. So then, and by the way, let me just say hello to Renji. Renji, how's the fish doing? I hope you're doing better than the fish. I hope you and the fish are doing well. And Bill Miller is here all the way from England. Nice to see you. I love the UK. I don't even know if the UK is England. Is the UK and England the same thing? Geography was not a top subject for mine. I've struggled with that my whole life. I could do math okay. Like if you want to do some logarithmic functions or something, we can do that together. Yeah, I know. And that was, okay, well, Asaf, yes, it was. I'm giving it to him even though it wasn't his, but thank you for keeping me perfectly honest. I've now moved the other pack over, and now I'm moving to Chad Wright, okay? So, Canis, congratulations. You won on my situation, and you deserved it. All right, let's move on to stuff that we know what's happening. We're now doing Chad Wright, and this really is Chad's pack, which is a good thing. Asaf, thank you for keeping me honest. People need to do that, Sunday mornings. See, before I had my son and I was teaching him, I didn't wake up till like 11, 12 noon. Now I got to get up like 7:45 every day. Most of you guys are up like at 5, 6:30. You're like, Dave, what are you worried about? That's like late. No, it's not late. Old habits die hard. Just ask. I just had to look because for emphasis. Dookie sausage. That's an old habit that died hard. Maybe she comes up with a new name soon. I don't know. All right, Chad Wright, you're up. This is actually your pack. That's the good news. I don't know if that means anything, but I just thought I would tell you. Everything out of the background. There's a lot of stuff in the background there. That'll work. Reverse holo full heel, and a holographic polygraph. Holographic polygraph. Okay, Chad Wright on the board. I got to sleeve that. Let me sleeve this. I don't know if I sleeve the... Christopher Whitmire, pack number 1. Christopher Whitmire on the board. Oh, congratulations, Renji. I'm really happy to hear that. I know that the fish thing was different, so congratulations. I like that. I'm not, sure how to be a surgery preparer would be these days in a pandemic circumstance, but hopefully maybe it's more like an elective surgery and you're not as affected with all of that. So that's cool. And then let's see what Giovanni, who's he saving today? Giovanni lives basically in a town that's known more for its cows and goats than it is for its people. So he'd like to tell me that he saved a cow his last shift that was stuck in a trailer from a vehicle accident. He saved the cow, and notice he focuses on the cow first before the driver. That's what happens in Redding, California. Wow. Really nice, really nice. And see, yeah, drunken cooking, $5.50 every day. So people are going to find a way to basically say, Uncle Dave, stop talking about stop whimpering like a 3-year-old child. I've whimpered my whole life. Why would you make me stop now? And Jacob, yeah, okay, fair enough. Jacob, I can help you with the calculus, buddy. I can help you with Pokemon cards and math. So anything you need. I can't really cheat for you, though, because it's not my reputation, and I don't know how I would do that. Although I will tell you a situation. Let me tell you a story. I think I've told this one before. Just forgive me. I'm on Christopher Whitmire's pack, so we're going to make him wait for a sec. So there are programs, apps, etc., where you can. Well, let me tell you. I'm not going to go into. I'll just tell you what happened. I know someone. Yeah. Can I say any more than that without getting myself legally intertwined in some kind of... No, I can't. I know someone who had to take an exam, and it was to be proctored. And the person had no idea how to pass the exam. And if she didn't pass the exam, she was going to not pass the course. And this person sat in a room where in the room next to her, there were 3 other people who'd inserted a program on a computer. And they basically had control of her computer while this was all going on. So she was acting like she was taking the exam, and they were actually taking the exam because they knew the materials, and the person that was watching on the other side, basically the proctor looking in on the Zoom call, had no idea what was going on. Now that's using technology. For all you kids listening, do not do that, okay? I will give you one caveat to this, and I don't say it's right. I'm not saying this is right at all. In fact, it's dead wrong. It was just a story on technology. My smiling about it was not to say, oh, I'm totally behind this and it's a great thing. No, it was dead set wrong. And get that from me now. Get that from me. Get that from me. But what it was this person had spent the entire semester doing everything she could. She had tutors. It was the last class to graduate, whatever it was she was graduating. And she did everything, hours and hours and hours of work. And if she didn't pass this class, she was going to have to take the entire course again. So I felt this was a very fine line because she had tried and she'd done all the work. And that doesn't make it right either. Cheating is not right and cheaters never prosper. But this was just a technology story. Okay, Chris Higgins got here a little late. Let's see, Chris Higgins, I think you just had I think we just did a pack for you where you I don't know what's going on with you, Chris Higgins. I don't know. I don't think you got anything in your first pack, so I'm sorry, but thank you for joining anyways. And let me just see what else, and then I'm going to go through. I have somebody else's pack in my head. This is Christopher Whitmire. Let's go. Christopher Whitmire, you are on the board. If you're on the stream, let me know. I'd love to know. We got a trap inch reverse hollow, and we got a full art Heracross EX. Congratulations. I'm going to figure out what you're saying, Asaf, at some point. Just due to my old habits, I'm going to stay with what I'm doing, but I promise I will rethink what I'm doing here in the future so that I do it in the best way possible. Okay, so that was Christopher Whitmire. Congratulations. And Chris Higgins, you are now up for pack number 2. I'm opening pack number 2. Okay, so Jacob, I can't, only because I can't read your name because I can't see that far. Good luck with the calculus exam. Don't cheat. And then, yeah, and drunken cooking, it's right. You're so funny about that because it does make them wait and it does make them mad. But if they get a good card, it was like worth waiting for, right? Yeah, and that really worked, by the way. There are some people I know that after that story about that technological ingenuity thought about actually starting up a business to do that. So technology for good and for bad. All right. So here's today's topic. And tell me what you think. We are on Chris Higgins right now. Chris Higgins is up. Did you guys see on PokeBeach.com, and I think that my good friend Giovanni's Break Room was the one that informed me of this. Hi, GTM Tony. Good morning. Did you? Yeah, there it is. Mr. Locknet has actually got it on here as I'm talking about it. So thank you for asking the question. That was what I was going to talk about, but I'm going to give Mr. Locknet credit because his favorite thing is the Loch Ness Monster, and I don't want him coming and stalking me. So what do you guys think? There apparently are not going to be any more pre-release staff promos. There is some thought that there'll be more regular staff promos at some of the big events when they come back and they're in place. I'm still doing Chris Higgins here. Chris Higgins, Reverse Hollow Noibat, and Chris Higgins, you got a beauty here, baby. Seismitoad EX. Uncle Dave doing up proud. Nice card. Congratulations. Wow. I know I'm putting this in wrong, Asaf, but I love you nevertheless. I'm just doing my thing. So Chris Higgins has a nice card for his little stack. Let's see. I better put it in his stack. Let's see which one is his. There he is. All right. So Chris Higgins is getting that, and Thomas Ferrara is up. Thomas Ferrara. Yeah. Congratulations. So the rumor is, and nobody knows if it's true. I have a couple theories on this situation with the staff promos. Again, what they said was, if you haven't read it, is that a note went out to all the UK folks saying that there would be no more staff promos and pre-releases going forward. Now, most people are speculating that's because of what's gone on crazy with the Charizard pre-releases and the Vivid Voltage and some of the other sets. So I don't know if that's the case or not. But that is one reason that they don't like the secondary market action, that these folks that really should be staff people are doing things that are kind of not right in forcing the prices up. And then I also thought that it could be that, with no events going on right now, that why would staff people be getting cards anyways? But then some people feel like these cards are printed so far ahead of time, a year or two at times, that really has no relevance. So I think it's fantastic in the sense that I do think that it's not fair. There's too many lower level, and all I mean is money, not lower level in their taste, but there's too many more expense challenged folks that are collecting. And it's not fair. They're getting priced out of everything. It's just a very strange situation. So I'm happy about it. We're doing Thomas Ferrara right now. Thomas Ferrara, you are on the board. A Gothita Reverse Hollow. And a holographic Slay King. Got a holographic Slay King. So something there. Let me sleeve. I'm going to sleeve the Slay King. Slay the Slay King. Sleeve the Slay King. Okay. Andrew Cochran is up with pack number 1. Yeah, the staff promos they're too expensive. There's no question. And I mean, I'm looking at the ones from Evolutions and all the rest of them. And the whole thing is they're not available. The staff promos aren't available except to staff. And I've even seen it with myself. People that I've bought cards from for years. Okay. So I buy the cards and people make me sets. And then all of a sudden these staff promos surge and I don't get the cards at a basic line price. They say, well, I could sell this somewhere else, so I'm going to go charge you these prices too. And it just seems unfair. I could not do that. I would not, I know I'm not going to feel great giving up the card for it, what it ought to be put into my set for, whatever, but I also don't think that I would be able to just have conscious say, I'm going to just go charge these people all this money because I can, because the market puts it out that way. So there's a lot of people that come to me and say, you know what? We don't feel like we're feeling like we're being priced out of the hobby. And that's going to be a concern for a lot of people as well. So, I'm kind of happy about it. I don't know what you guys think or not. So Andrew Cochran, we're up. Yeah. XY Evolutions build in Battle Box, the same situation. I know. Well, I'm glad you guys all see it too. The greed on the hobby is different. I mean, and it's not just greed, but, and I'm not trying to talk down. I'm just talking realities of what happens when values really go up. But you have to be so much careful now. It's not just greed, but then all of the additional prices leads to counterfeiting and leads to opening and resealing and leads to, tampering and weighing and more things that should not happen as well. So it's pretty tough situation. Andrew Cochran, here we go. Reverse Holo Hitmontop, and just a rare Gothitelle in this case, just a rare Gothitelle. All right, this time I'm actually going to take my pack because these are the not bought packs. As those of you have joined, have heard me say, any of you would like to buy a pack for any reason, you can let me know on the stream and I'll give you the instructions. $7.50 a pack plus a flat $5 shipping for any amount of packs that you buy. So that's going to be my pack right now. And I'm back up to Chris Higgins. Chris Higgins, you are back on the board. I only have 26 minutes for this broadcast left because, again, Dookie Sausage has a busy day. I don't even know what that means. Okay. If I showed you that code card, I didn't mean to, and I'm sorry, and I don't know if it means anything in this set or not, but some of you probably do, so congratulations for knowing. Okay, here we go. Chris Higgins in the house once again. Reverse Holo Machoke, and just a rare Leafeon in this case. Where is my Chris Higgins pile? There it is. Okay. Just a quick little note here. A lot of what I'm doing these days, you guys know, is what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to sell stuff from the website, keep moving inventory out. So I want to say thank you. My heartfelt thanks. There are 7, 8, 9, 10 people who are on my site every day, buy from me, once a week. To you folks and to everybody that checks out the site, thank you so much. Let me say a couple things at this moment about the site. Number one is there are prices. I try to make them as reasonable as possible, as best as I can. If you don't like a price, I can't say that. It just sounds bad. No, I didn't. I wasn't going to say what you thought I was going to say. If you don't like a price, just tell me, okay? Now, if I'm the cheapest around, I'm $100 a card for cards that are $250 or $200 or $300. Maybe you don't want to tell me, but that's up to you. But if you say, hey, I want to buy 5 of those cards, 5 different cards or whatever, you have a price, David, on a card it's on Black Friday and it's $4,000 and it's $2,500. But I'd really like to buy it for $2,000. Is there any way we can get that deal done? You got to ask me. You got to come out and ask me. Because I don't like to affect the market. A lot of what I do can affect the market, and I don't try to do that. So a lot of stuff we do is behind the scenes. So I might say, yes, indeed, I actually have 4 of those cards. I don't just have one. I'm willing to part with one at $2,000. But if you never ask, you'd never know. The other thing about that is I'm coming back here to Chad Wright, who's getting his next pack right now. He's just going, can you just open my pack? Okay, just open my pack. I've got to get my football fantasy stuff filled out. Okay, just open my pack. Chad, I'm going to get there, buddy. Just easy. It's just football fantasy. It's still going to be there at 1 o'clock today too, California time. So I do have as well many people now that are on layaway, which is working out fantastic. I love it. Somebody says to me, I want to buy a $20,000 box from you. Or how much will you sell the box to me for? And I say, okay, well, they're going for 30-ish, but I bought it for 2, so I'll give it to you for 20. I will actually do that sometimes. And it's a win-win. And then they say, but I can't pay for it all now. Can we do it over 4 or 5 months, 6 months, whatever? And we get that done as well. So I have lots of those stuff going on. You just have to figure it out and ask, okay? So make sure you don't afraid to do that. By the way, speaking of the website, I will show you. I got these in. I should come down here. Why would I go up here? Why would I go here when I have a camera right here? What the heck is wrong with you? You know, you really could use a director. I know. You got the money for that? What are you making? $2 a pack here for Furious Fists? Stop. Stop it. I'm doing a broadcast. Stop talking to me. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I got some things going on. Anyways, I got these from the UK. I love them. I absolutely love them. And I hope that they'll be worth something down the road. I have one for my collection, and I have about 7 or 8 extras to sell to you guys. No more than 1 a piece. That's all I will sell. But if anybody's interested in these jumbo cards with this special stamp here, only in the UK version, I'll have them on the site today sometime, $19.95 plus my flat shipping, which I think is $4.75 or something. So check it out. Again, I only have a handful, but they're here and they're in my possession. So yeah, that's that. Okay, I'm going to catch up on the list real quick, and then I'm going to continue on. I'm sorry that shipping to the UK is too expensive, Renji. I put it as low as I can. I promise you, there is nothing that I can send with tracking to the UK or anywhere that doesn't cost me about $14 or $15 a pack. And I will not send anything without tracking just because it invariably gets lost. So that's why. But I have taken those prices down to make them as low as I can. Thank you, Dookie. That's very nice. I can get you 2 more packs for sure. Let's see. Wade is finally here with us. So nice to see you. Have I opened? I'm sure I probably opened at least 1. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Wade is somebody else. I'm thinking of somebody else. Good to see you, Wade. Nice to see you. I know who you are now. I got to put all the names together. Kid Turi has joined us. He does have packs in this break. Michael is just adding to the comments, even though he doesn't do that. Okay. And Drunken Cooking says that until he gets sober, there's only money for liquor. So that's a sad thing. Yes, I do put the website Swami. I just could go too many directions, so I had to go nowhere. Swami, listen, the website's in the description. You can't put the description in yet in the video. When you start here, I can't do it, but afterwards, I do it in all my videos. My website's in the description. DavidPokePersin.com. David, that's David. Pokey, that's Pokey. Like the fish, not like the cards. And Person, Persin.com. Thank you. Yeah, good. Thank you. I'm glad. I know you got that from me, Wade. Thank you very much. Jacob, how many pre-release Raichu cards do you have? Now, there's a great question, okay? Jacob, let's think about that. Let's just put... I should open a pack. It's not fair. I'm opening up a pack for Chad Wright, and we're coming back to pre-release Raichus. It's great. If you guys... I just can't tell you. I have so much to say in so little time. All right, I'm flipping. I'm having way too much fun. It's not fair to have this much fun. Okay. Chad Wright, I hope this turns out right. Gothatel, reverse holo, and we got just a rare on this game, rare bear tick. Let me get Chad Wright where he goes. All right. This is Thomas Ferrara. So I was going to talk about the pre-release Raichu. How many pre-release Raichu do you think there are? Just one sec here. I need to restate his name for emphasis. Yes, Jacob. Apparently Jacob is very good at calculus, not so good at the logic piece, maybe logic, philosophy. Anyways, Jacob, there's one card that's been documented. There's one card that's been written about. There's one card that's essentially been authenticated, if not by a grading agency. There's one card that came from an employee of Wizards of the Coast. And there's one card that's been sold twice, the same card, and I own that card. Now let's just think about how many cards that would be. This math may be too difficult for Jacob. Let him stew on that one for a bit. Okay, Pikachu bigger than my future. Well, NB, I'm sorry about your future. I may want to try to do a course correction before it gets too late. Chris Higgins, you know what I do to put those jumbo promos into a display? I use single page top loaders. So just single pages. You know, I did it again. God, I love being dumb more than once on camera. Oh, goodness, it's so fun. Even without my morning tea. Woo! So you just slip this into a full one-pager, and I just have page after page. And I've done a jumbo promo book before. I've never showed you my actual jumbo promo. I have all of the jumbo promos that have ever been made. So it's kind of cool. You just flip through and you see them there. I love that. Dookie, I'll get you afterwards. Since I know who you are, I'll just... but here's what you do. You just send... Dookie, you already have packs, so you don't have to pay any more postage. So if you just send $15 to David.Persin, that's my name. It's .Persin, Persin, at rbc.com. David.Persin at rbc.com. Now, you don't have to put no more postage in. I'll take care of the rest. And then I'm assuming you're going to buy 2 more packs. So, Professor Elm winter promo. Okay. So, Kid Turi, great question. Guess what? It doesn't exist. It's the only card that doesn't have the winner stamp on it, the Professor Elm. So you're not missing it. So good news, my friend. Good news. Okay. Thomas Ferrara, you're up. Good luck. I don't know if they're still on the website, Lamar. I couldn't remember if I left them out there. So I might have taken them down last night, worried that people would buy. But if they are still out there, yeah, for those can buy them as well. In this case, because Dookie Sausage has already paid postage, it'd be better for her to just pay directly. But if somebody hasn't bought them before, then that'd be a better way to do it. So again, I'm still thinking we're on Thomas Ferrara, and I'm just checking because we've already seen me screw this up so many times. Here we go. As you all know, at a certain point, my camera runs out of battery, and that's when the broadcast gets really fun. So I'm warning you in advance, and I've got to go a little faster, or else we're going to all be in trouble. Reverse Holo Gothita, and just a Thunderous, in this case, Thunderous Rare. For Thomas. Kid Turi, you are up. Your pack is here. Kid Turi. MN is here. My favorite MNOP WQRSTUVWXY and Z has joined the stream. Nice to see you. I hope the alphabet's treating you great this morning. Okay, let's see. Get this up and running. Here we go. And we're off for a Kid Turi pack. Kid Turi. Torchic Reverse Holo. I like that card. Really nice. And just a Tornadus regular rare in this case. Okay. Pack 17, which is this pack right here, is moving over into my pile as a not bought at the moment. And Kid Turi, you're right back up here again. So here we go. This is your next one. By the way, this is what I did, guys, for those who've joined late, because I should show you since you don't know. I have this list. I put all your names on it. I randomized it by, it says at the bottom, it says randomize the list 10 times. It came up with an order. The packs are not necessarily in order. In other words, some people get, when I do a box break, you can have pack 1, and even though you bought 2 packs, you could have pack 36, just depending on how it comes up. Then I indicated who got sealed packs and who wanted them opened or whatever. And then there were several that were not purchased, so I just put those over in my pile as I've gone along. And Kid Turi, you just happen to come up very close together on your packs 16 and 18, just to reiterate what's going on. Okay. So Jacob, regarding the pre-release Raichu, this is a different issue, and I will cover it soon. I promise. I'm almost there. There were about 10 or 11 on a sheet that got printed. If you watch my son's video, it's my fourth grade son, and it's about 2 or 3 videos ago where I go over this a little bit. There was one sheet, the one row on the bottom of a sheet for Clefables, the pre-release, that inadvertently still had the previous Raichus on them from the previous set. So it's either 10 or 11 cards that were actually made as an error inadvertently, and most have never been heard of ever again. So, there is rumored that there might be 1 or 2 more that still exist somewhere, but they've not been authenticated or formulated or theorized about or anything at this point. Kid Turi, here we go. Reverse Holo Weepin' Bell, and a holographic Noivern for Kid Turi. I know you'd like a full art, but congratulations for the holographic anyways. By the way, since most of us that are going to be here are here at this point, let me tell you, I am, for everybody on this list, except for one of you who I can't remember, I'm planning to send you your bulk, meaning that I typically send out all of the cards to you. I always say in every one of my box breaks, I do have a charity that sends, that does stuff with the cards to support autistic kids. So if anybody that says, I don't want my bulk, I just want my holos, or I don't even want my holos in this case, I didn't get what I wanted to come in for, please let me know. Just message me or something, and I'll hang on to those and end up monetizing them for other things that I do as well. But again, I have no problem, no pressure, anything. I love sending everybody everything they want, and I will always do that. Okay. So that was Kid Turi's number 2. Sergio is having some sealed packs, so I'm now taking a sealed pack, and I am moving it into Sergio's pile. He gets a sealed pack. Now I'm taking another sealed pack, and I'm moving it over into my pile because that's a not bought pack, if you were just watching as I'm following along on this list right here. And now we are at the Chad Wright. Chad Wright, you're actually going to have a pack here. Okay, Ballin, good to see you too. And I will hope for a Pikachu for you too, my Dookie friend. Yeah, all of the stuff's gone crazy, Chris. The Clefable pre-releases, especially in good condition, all that stuff. It's not even that stuff, okay? So Chris is talking about how much these things have gone up, these different cards. What's really amazing is that it's the newer stuff. Clefable is years and years, 20 years old. But if you looked at some of these national promos like Blastoise and some of the newer ones that 6 months ago were $20 and now they're $200 or $250, that's the stuff that's gone crazy. And that's not even staff stuff. That's stuff without stamps on it. So there's been some crazy price appreciation in the hobby these days. So we're going Chad Wright up. Joshua Ottawa, nice to see you. Thank you for joining. Before I knew what these live things were all about, I'd see somebody go live and I'd go out there, and I was always afraid they could actually sort of look at me. They could see me while I was coming on. I wanted to be incognito, and I'm like, oh, what did I do? And then I'd get off real fast. It's tough to be old and be technologically challenged. It's kind of funny though, and you can laugh at yourself. Jaw Fossil, Reverse Holo, and a Holo Plowitzer. So we have a Holo for Chad Wright, congratulations. I'm sorry that it's not a full art, but it is a holo. Chad Wright. Where is your pile, Chad Wright? Because I'm so organized here and so perfect, yes. Okay, I'm now moving a not bought pack from this style over here to my side. And I now have Christopher Whitmire in the house. Christopher Whitmire. as I hold this open in hopes of getting something good for Christopher Whitmire, I will say something else. I've had a lot of fun recently with people asking me to build mystery boxes for them, and I think that's a really cool thing. So here's what I'll tell you. What people do is they'll say, Uncle Dave, I got $1,000. I want you to put something together for me, and just send it to me. And I trust you and whatever. Now, I'll often ask some questions. Do you like sealed? Do you like cards? Do you like WotC era? Do you like current? What? Sometimes people say doesn't matter. Sometimes people emphasize one way. Sometimes they like a mix. And then when I do a mystery box, the nice part is I've got the options to create one that's more diversified or one that's more value oriented, sometimes both. So I love when someone says, hey, I'm gonna, it doesn't have to be $1,000, $200, whatever it is, because I can try to give more value. I can try to say, you know what, I've sent them $1,200 for their $1,000 just because they trusted me to do that. So I always try to do that. And you know what? Uncle Dave, if you guys don't like something I send you, just send it back, okay? It's just what it is. As long as you're not cheating me and you're just, unhappy or for some reason I didn't inspect the condition perfectly, rarely happens, but it can happen, then it's no big deal. So I just find it to be a really cool kind of win-win, and sometimes it's fun for people to have kind of a mystery thing come in. Yeah. How Pedigree works with CGC. No, I do not know anything, Kid Terry, about Pedigree. I'm sorry, I've not heard about it. Yeah, the victory medals. So Chris Turner's talking about the Japanese and English victory medals. So the victory medals are one of the most complicated promos out there when you really understand some of those. And there's some Battle League or battle promos that are like that, where they were issued every quarter for like 3 years in the mid-2000s. And they're very hard. It's very hard to figure out that you do have them all or you don't have them all. And it's one of the last things I'm still kind of needing to go back and check in my own stuff to figure out what I do or don't have. Somebody asked me something up here that I missed. Let me just do one thing. Okay, I didn't want to miss this from Michael. I just remember seeing it. Do you have set goals with your selling or YouTube when you start sharing some of your most rare cards? Okay, so I'm going to answer that one after I open this pack for Christopher Whitmire. Here we go. I know my hands go off camera, and I'm sorry for that. I'm not cheating. You guys know Uncle Dave. His motto is, there will be no shenanigans. I'm just holding the cards and rambling around in my voice like I do. Christopher Whitmire. Reverse Holo Corina. And you got a nice full art. Very nice. Congratulations on a M. Lucaria EX. So there you go. No shenanigans. I told you. And now I've proved it visually. How cool is that? For those that thought I was going to be on the hook, haha, you were wrong. You were wrong. Thank you for thinking poorly of me. Okay, Christopher Whitmire. Let's find a pile. Got a couple of Chris's in this one. Here you go. So Christopher Whitmire, wow, that's very nice. Two full arts for that gentleman. So pretty cool. Okay, now I'm going to take this over. Sergio is getting another sealed pack, so I'm moving it to Sergio's pile. And I now have another one for Christopher Whitmire that's going to get opened right now. So answer to your question, Michael. Do you have set goals with your selling? Okay, so people do ask this, and hopefully you'll find this interesting. If not, it's not interesting at least. Why would I think it'd be interesting? But enlightening. Hopefully you'll find it informative. Hopefully you'll still be listening when I'm done. It's all I've got. 9:56. There's no way I can finish this in 4 minutes. I don't deserve to live. So I have a collection. Okay, it has one of everything in it, to the best that I can get it anyways. Sealed boxes, sealed theme decks, stuff like that. And I don't do the sealed individual packs, although I have a lot of those as well. And because I have the boxes. And then it has one of every card, every set, every variant, every trophy card, every promo card, etc., etc. But then I have everything. I have lots of other stuff. I have double boxes. I have double sets. Everything that is duplicative needs to go. So what's going to happen over this Christmas break is I'm going to try my best to finally get my stuff in one area and everything else in another area. So I know, oh, I thought I had 2 sets, sold one off, and now I don't have one. That's the goal. I need to get rid of everything that is duplicative. So I'm doing that with the boxes right now. But here's a situation with the sealed boxes for any of you those that would like to buy one possibly or pass the word for me. I'm looking to sell the things I have more than 2 of first. So I had 3 or 4 EX Dragon boxes, and I'm working with someone who's buying an EX Dragon box for me. I had maybe 3 Team Rocket First Editions. Somebody bought one from me. I'm trying to get rid of all the things that take me down to 2, and then I'll then get rid of things to get me down to 1. Because it's just easier for me to formulate and make sure I don't make a mistake, basically, by doing it that way. All of my variants I do have duplicates of. They'll be coming out. It's just a matter of time. So I'm working hard to get it out there. And like I said, I need to sell. I want to sell. I've told in previous videos, I don't want to be repetitive but it's just how it is. When you get to be my age, you're coming over 60, over the hill, you're saying, look, I got to make things more simple for my family, for the rest of my life, etc. So this is an important goal of mine, which is why I say reach out for layaway, reach out for offers, reach out for anything. The website is mine. It's not anybody else's website. I can take whatever offers I want. I can be tactical in how I take them. Sometimes somebody wants to offer me some amount of money, and I say it's not a fair deal, but we work out some compromise, and then maybe they pay me over a longer time or shorter time or whatever. So it all works out when we kind of formulate our ideas together. So, okay. Now you guys are going to have to tell me that I didn't screw this up. Christopher Whitmire. I think this is another pack of yours. I hope it is, if I didn't mark it wrong. Reach out for meso... What? Do I have that? No, I'm not. I would never ignore your question. Things go by and then I got to wait for my mind to... Michael, come on, ignore your question. I mean, that just doesn't happen. I mean, you've added to my comments for the last, 6 months. I'm not going to ignore anything from you. I just hope things don't pass by. Whose pack do we think this is? This is so hard now. Okay. When I do that, it's not right. It's not fair for you guys to have to watch me stumble around, stumbling, bumbling, and crumbling. I do think it's Christopher Whitmire's pack, though. So we're going to do one more thing here. That would be 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Christopher Whitmire it is. Okay. Oh, that's funny. Funny, Tom. Yeah. Used to have time to watch infomercials. Now I probably should be the poster child for problems and late night not sleeping, etc. Okay, this is Christopher Whitmire's pack, whether or not he wants it or not. It's just the way things go sometimes. Okay. Gotharita, reverse holo, and a Clawitzer. So we've seen this one before. Holographic card. Chad Wright. Chad Wright in the house. Yeah, I think that's interesting, Kid Turi, that you've got this idea of sourcing or vetting from where things come from. It's going to be hard. I mean, it's a great concept. It's just unless you've got these really tamper-proof kind of sealing, type of devices, I just don't know. They're going to have to work out some of the problems as they come along. But I mean, I like sourcing. It's just, too many instances, like when they did that original $375,000 base first edition booster box, and they were saying, well, we know exactly where it came from, and it was in the guy's gun safe, 10 years or 20 years, and it was all a resealed box. So you really have to have seen it and known, and we talk about this as well. One of the things that I do, and I just think you guys will find this interesting because it's kind of where the hobby's going. I still am very fortunate to have a reputation where people don't worry about me and what my stuff is and where it's come from. Haven't bought anything recently enough to have to be worried about it from a sourcing standpoint. At least I believe that to be the case and have never had any issues, knock on wood, with anything. But that's not the case with a lot of people. And so I can kind of control how people buy from me, and they understand that. I'm like, I want to do friends and family because I don't want you to take the stuff and I don't want you to then return something else and I'm liable or switch or try to pull anything on me. But they know that when I send it out, I insure it for full value and that nothing can basically go wrong because of the way that we insure it and put the deal together. But when things get very expensive, if you don't do it that way, as a seller, you're always liable to buyer protection type stuff. So what do? Now you're not so sure about the seller. So do you have it open? Do they open it in front of you and then seal it, with some tamper-proof seals? That's the next phase of what we're going to go through to try to validate the contents of very expensive boxes, all of which seem to be 25, 30, 35,000 or more these days for even the most basic ones that were 3, 4,000 just 9 months ago. So this is really a tough dilemma situation. Battle Roads. Yes, the Battle Roads is what I was talking about. I will be showing the last part of my answer to Michael as I'm doing, I'm going to go with Chad here because that's what I have crossed off. Chad's pack. Chad Wright. The last part is I am going to start trying to show more of the cards. I know that was the original intent. I do sometimes need to make adjustments as they go through. Reverse Holo Fighting Stadium and a Holo Blaziken. That's a nice card. That's really neat. So I'm going to, I think, start a situation where I go back and I continue on with kind of everything. So I showed the Black Star promos, but I'll start showing all of the promos. And I showed the first sets, but I'll show all of the sets. And just keep coming through, especially as I finalize what I'm going to put away for myself and then say, here, all the rest of this is going to be available. I'm also coming on the website. If you guys go to my website, DavidPokePersin.com, you'll see I've listed 10, 15, or 20 of those EX cards that everybody's looking for, and even some Gold Star cards as well. I just haven't finished pricing, so I have quantities of 0. I only have 1 of each of them, but I am going to put them out there. I just, again, want to get the pricing right and not rip you or me off necessarily. So I just put them out there, but the condition is there, the pictures are there, what I would grade them is there. So you can look at those and they'll be coming on as well very soon. Okay, so Chad Wright, and then one of the next ones is going to be mine going to a not bought pile. Chad Wright. All right, so not bought is me over here. And the next pack is Chris Higgins. Chris Higgins. Yeah, Jacob, it's hard. That this is what a lot of people feel like. They didn't get back into Pokemon before the explosion. I think, again, when you look at Pokemon as a franchise, over $100 billion, the largest franchise in the world. Again, you can hear more about that if you want to watch a 12-minute speech that my son did that says my son's 4th grade thing, paper that he read. What you have to think about is if it keeps growing like it is, maybe you don't get the very first phase and all the vintage, but you get a lot of stuff today that's going to be worth a lot more in the future. So you got to worry about reprints a little bit in the short duration. Things get really hot and then eventually it could be reprints, which is very difficult for collectors and even investors because a reprint can come out 2-3 years later. And I never really understand the philosophy behind that. And I think to some degree, it's probably just cards that are sitting behind in a warehouse. They just have to kind of get rid of. There's too much printed. But it's interesting because, once you get past that, there does tend to be a steady increase over time. So we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. Dookie, there are no autographs unless it's like part of a Make-A-Wish Foundation type of thing. But thank you for asking very much. I appreciate that. And of course, I would sign it. Yes, certainly. Okay, so I just don't know. How do I do this every time? I talk and then get lost in my list. Next time I'm going to need one of you. Dookie, you're not too far away. Next time, can you just come here and just stand next to me and mark the list for me so I don't screw this whole thing up? This is really very difficult. I don't know if this was mine that I now opened that was mine or Andrew Cochran. So let's just see what would have happened if that was pack 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. No, that's not. So this is probably Chris Higgins' pack is what it is. I think I said Chris Higgins. Chris, if you're on there, let me know. Let me know if you think this is your pack. I'm about to get into it, but that would make sense, right? Then it's mine. 29, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chris, this is your pack, and I'm a dummy. Okay, but it's nice to see you guys continue to watch a dummy. You're the best. Let me get Chris's pack open because the poor guy's been suffering. I don't even know if I switched things over, but it doesn't matter. Okay, here we go. Chris, you're a saint for putting up with me. All right, here we go. Gosh. And the beat goes on. Here we go. Makuhita. Oh, I didn't. So clearly I didn't put these in the right order because this is a reverse holo in the middle. I didn't even think I took the code card out. Anyways, I'm sorry. This is probably the thing. Chris, I don't think you have anything in this pack, buddy, and I'm sorry. I just switched it up and got myself all confused. This is probably a rare, and I screwed the whole thing up. And here we continue on to the end of the pack because it's probably a code card, and I screwed it up. Okay, but thank you for your participation, my friend. It can't always be perfect, and sometimes I do screw things up. If we can't laugh at ourselves, you know the good news is we can always laugh at Uncle Dave. All right. A not bought pack is going over to my pile over here. And we now have Andrew Cochran up.
I threw it.
I'm going to hold you up on that. I'm going to hold you up to that, my friend Anna. So don't let me down. I need help. All right. So here we go. We're doing Andrew Cochran. Thunderous reverse holo and just a Jinx rare. Andrew, where are you? Okay, this is a not bought pack, again in my order, my list, and this is Dookie. Dookie's up for her, well, for her finally originally purchased pack. Here we go. It's not, Chris, it's not adding to the experience. That's not the thing. It's whether or not it adds to the positivity of the experience or just the chaos and nonsense and all that stuff. So here we go. Good luck, Dookie. I'm rooting for you. With a name like that, we all have to. Come on, Pikachu. Jaw Fossil reverse holo. And just a Golurk, just a regular rare here. Sorry, not better on that one. Let's see where you are. All right, so the next pack's going to Sergio, and this is a sealed pack because Sergio's packs are all being sealed in this particular instance. And the next one is Christopher Whitmire's last pack. Thanks, Lamar. I appreciate that. You know what? If you weren't on, I'm so glad you said if you weren't on the East Coast, you'd help out because we don't want to be on the West Coast anymore. Do you see that everybody's leaving California? Do you guys realize that? I mean, last night we were sitting at a table talking to my son-in-law. We're in the middle of a pandemic. The ICUs are completely full here. The population is so heavy, and there's all kinds of issues associated with that. You've got the wildfires out of control. You've got rolling blackouts. You've got just craziness. Today it's the typical. Today we've got all rain. We don't know what happened to the state. You've got a state tax rate, maximum state tax rate is highest in the country, 13.3%. You just had Tesla, the head of Tesla, Elon Musk, left. He's moving the quarters, the big part of the companies out to Texas already. Then you had Hewlett-Packard, they're now left. They've got the movement to Texas. You've got Oracle, the company that's leaving, they're going to Texas. Again, no state tax in some of these places. So it's amazing to sit here. And then you see kind of governmental problems with, tremendous homelessness and issues in large metropolitan areas of the state. So it's chaos here. I mean, the weather is wonderful when it's wonderful. And other than that, it's just very difficult to live in this state these days. So be happy for your East Coast existence at this point in time. Christopher Whitmire, your last pack is on the board. Here we go. Good luck. Exactly, Pokey Sam. Electabuzz Reverse Holo and a Poliwrath Holo. Poliwrath Holo. If any of you are out there, that's Christopher Whitmire. Let me just get this in the right pile. And let me put Sergio's last pack. This is his 4th pack. We're moving it to the do not open side of this. So I'm moving there. Okay. And Anna, let me know for sure because I can't see anything. I'm now moving my last pack to this pile. Okay, so these are the ones that have not been opened. I just moved the camera. Let me grab this pile over here. I can't reach it. All right, so those are those packs. So Anna, if you let me know for sure, and if you say yes on the stream, if you're still there, then I'll open a couple for you, and then we'll deal with the payment part whenever. But what do I want to tell you? I started to say something and I probably forgot it. So I know I told you other stuff's coming this week. So I will for sure do a video this next week, a regular video where I can show you some of the new sets that are coming that I'm really excited about. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so Dookie, how many am I doing? Am I doing 2? Just give me a number on the thing so I make sure I pull the 2. I'm assuming that's what you did. A number 4 Pikachu full art trophy card. So here's a great question. I think you guys will find this interesting. Sometimes I say stuff that's actually interesting. Sometimes I don't. And you're like, why did he even bother to open his mouth? And I ask myself that so much of the time as well. So listen to this question by OmniPoke for my 18 viewers that are there. And by the way, I was so concerned with the number of viewers when I started this journey back in June. I could care less. It means so much to me. Make sure you guys hear this part, number 1. It means so much to me that you guys are out there. I have so much fun. It warms my heart. It makes my existence feel good. And that's who I am. As an individual, I'm more of an intimate person. I like, reclusivity. I'm more introverted. So it just fits. Everything fits. That I have these friends that contact me and stay in contact with me. And I want you to know, I know who all of you are. I know who the people are that text me all the time and message me all the time. And we have dialogue and I'm accessible and reachable and it makes my time a lot more fun. So thank you for the folks that take the time to do that. And I will not forget you. And, with a big wink here, watch me. I will not forget who those of you are. I promise you that. So, okay, so 2 packs, good. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do this. I am going to do more video uploads. I'm just putting your packs aside. So we'll give you those 2 and see where it goes. Yeah, and I thank you guys because I do think it's just fantastic. I'm just, I don't worry about it anymore. I just want to have fun. So here's the question that OmniPoke said. What would you say is a fair price range for a number 4 Pikachu full art trophy card from 2019? Okay, let's think about that for a second. A full art Pikachu trophy card from 2019. Well, think about this. The person that's listing, and this is nothing against him. Seems like the nicest kid in the world. He knows that's the only card I don't have out of all the trophy cards. Out of every trophy card ever made, that's the only one I still don't have. 2019 number 4. So he's waiting for me to come up to a price or to an offer that entices him. He's not even sure he wants to sell. He said, I really attached to this card, but you know what? When I can go out and list it for $50,000, maybe someone will buy it. Well, here's the thing. No one will buy it for that price. No one, because I know the market in and out. No one collects trophy cards. But Uncle Dave, some people do. You're right. I'm exaggerating for effect. Some people collect trophy cards. But if you're a trophy card collector, what are you looking to collect when Uncle Dave has them all and they're pretty hard to come by otherwise? And that's not an arrogant thing. That means you just can't collect them all. It's not possible. There's not enough of them available. So what people do is they collect a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. Doesn't matter what years. That's the next type of situation, I know 3 or 4 people that have done. And if they're able to accomplish that goal, that's pretty darn cool. But the card itself, it's not worth more than, at the most, maybe 10-ish. But because of me, he's had offers of 11, maybe. He might have had an offer. There's a theory that someone has offered him 15, but that's not verified. It's not worth it at some point. In other words, when the greed kicks in, I've never, for all of the trophy cards I've ever bought outside of the 2004 no, I didn't even spend it for that. The 2004 number 1 trophy card, which I bought, which was one that was not available for years so 2004, I probably bought it in 2013 or 12. I paid $13,000 for that card. Now, that was a long time ago, and I get that. One of the more recent cards I bought due to circumstances that, again, were inflated, and I kind of had no choice, and I had to react, and I might have been a little too quick to react, but that's okay. I paid $14,000 for a number 1. That's the most I've ever paid. This gentleman has a number 4. The people that I know that are looking for trophy cards, they're not even looking for a number 4 generally. They're still looking for a 1 to 3. But this is what happens when everybody looks to see, well, if I can bump it up, then maybe David will come through and he'll offer me more, or maybe I can see what Dave will offer. And I'm just kind of tired of it, just like you guys are. I'd rather say, you know what, to principle alone. So I have every card, but I'm missing 2019 number 4. If the gentleman isn't wanting to sell, isn't set to sell, isn't comfortable with selling, isn't ready to sell, it's not worth me trying to entice him to buy. And I always say this about deals you make with whatever cards you guys buy, whatever deals you make. If it doesn't feel right for both you and the seller or you and the buyer, don't do it. I love the deals I make. I'm like, somebody sends to me, hey, I want to do this. So I say, good, how much do you want to pay? Like this? Okay, when do you want to pay? Over what time frame? This? Okay, well, I'm okay with some of that. I'm not okay with the others. How about if we change this or this? And then he goes, yeah, okay, we'll change this. We'll change this. And we come to something that we both are happy with, not where somebody's just rolling you over the coals because they can. Don't get into it to that level, okay? Don't be taken advantage of. Greed's going to be all over going forward. Stop and think and work it out together. Okay, last thing about this that I'm going to mention. Work with each other. I think that I'm going to start building sets here pretty soon, something I haven't done for years and years. I'm going to need some of you. Are there any of you out there that are going to continue to build master sets or build your own sets? So a new set comes out, say Shining Fates, and are you going to build it like do you build Champion's Path or Hidden Fates? Well, if I open 6 boxes and you open 6 boxes and we get duplicates, can we trade together? Can we try to help each other? So we don't have to make money on each other. We can be sort of collaborating. Can we get a third person that's going to help us as well? So we all have brand new, fresh cards and we can help each other. I would love to be involved with 1 or 2 or 3 of you that want to do that because it's helpful to me. And then we'll all end up with a bunch of extra cards at the end as well that we can then hopefully monetize and sell off, do whatever we want with. So all of that would be good. So collaboration, not greed in the rest of it. That's what I'm looking for in my endeavors and dealings in the hobby. And so, no, when they said, he says, and my long-winded diatribe, here's what OmniPoke says. What would you say is a fair price range? You know what? There should be no more than 10. So, I know somebody who wants to pay 11 and has offered that. So if you wanted to take it out from that person and say, hey, I want to pay a little more to try to steal it from them, so to speak, 15 would be the absolute maximum. There's no market for the card at all. You'd really have to want it, because it's not like you can go sell it, especially when this market isn't quite as hot in years to come. Okay, thanks for listening. Wow, I can't even, I got tired of hearing my own voice now. I think I'm going to have to take a small nap soon. Here we go. That's cool, Pokesam. Thank you. Really good to know. Dookie, these are your 2 packs. Thank you so much for the additional purchase. I really appreciate it. Dookie is my daughter's friend, and I appreciate her very much. I'm just getting to know her, and she's just getting, I think, into the Pokemon hobby more as well. So you make sure if I can help you, you let me know in whatever way. So good luck. We need a Pikachu somewhere here. Come on. Reverse Holo Pancham. And a Glaceon, that's a cute card. I like that card a lot, but unfortunately it's just a typical rare. I'll do this one more for you. So Jacob, maybe you too. Maybe we can be involved in that as well. So again, I'm trying to, one of the hardest parts is you have to be careful when you buy. I shouldn't have shown that. I have no idea, but I don't think maybe you guys won't know what that code card means, or I don't even know if they meant anything back then. So here we go. Anna, good luck. Good luck. So bring this up and get this up here. What a cute card. I don't get a chance to look at these cards very often. Again, I haven't pulled out the set for such a long time. Trapinch, Reverse Holo, and a Leafeon, just a Leafeon. It kind of goes with the other one, but no, nothing on these two. Sorry, but thank you for trying, and I appreciate it very much. Yeah, it's interesting. What I've said to the person is who has the number 4, because you guys are saying, thanks for just talking about it. Is I said I don't even want to buy it until you really want to sell it. That's really what it comes down to, I don't want to try to entice it out of him, because what happens is that's not good for either of us, because then he'll feel sad later that he sold it. When I go to people and I buy their cards, I say, look, I want you to feel good that you sold it. I want you to feel good that I would make that kind of offer to you. And that you could get that kind of money for a piece of cardboard that ultimately could be worth nothing. If you look at sports cards and what a lot of them used to be worth versus today, many of them are worth nothing compared to when they were worth thousands and thousands of dollars. So that kind of stuff makes a difference. And you want someone to really feel good. Like, I really want to sell this. I'm okay. And I'm dealing with some other very rare stuff. And you know what? It's not a price. It's not a price. There's some very rare stuff out that I've been talking to people with, and I've offered some immense amounts of money. And eventually you just start thinking about it. You're like, they're just going to keep going up because they're still not going to even sell it. So you have to just make sure that, do they really want to sell it? No, it means too much. It's too emotional. Just walk away and let them come to you on their own terms. All right. So let's see. Thank you, Dookie. So let me see if I had anything else on the list. I appreciate you guys all being here. Like I said, I just encourage you. I do have people that look at the website every single day. Let me talk about the website for 1 second. The searching in the website's not perfect, and I wish it were better, and I'll try to figure that out over time. So let me compare and contrast my website to eBay. If you go onto eBay and you put down 2004 World Championship promo, whatever, it doesn't care if it's in the order that you put it. It will find it, right? If you go to my website, despite how great it looks and how much work I've done and how many fixes we've made, if it doesn't say 2004 World Championship in that order, you won't find it. So I encourage you to just look for small things. Look for 2004 first. Look for World first. Look for World Championships. Look for segments of a search, because it'll make it easier to find, and use those different collections. So there's a certain collection type that I put them in. Okay, world cards or promo cards or master set cards or whatever they're in. Look at those, because that'll then bring it down, and then you can search accordingly. But I am always revising prices. I'm always revising listings. I'm always changing quantities, and I'm always trying to sell. So please come out there, and all you got to do is say, all you got to say is, David, there is somebody else out there that's cheaper than you somewhere. Let's talk about it, and we'll see if we'll get it together. Now, if again, you guys know my feelings on this. If you come out and say, somebody said to me last night on eBay, I'm offering you this much on this card because Troll and Toad is lower. Well, guess what? It's Troll and Toad. The condition you're going to get is Troll and Toad. So could care less. I'm not going to compete with the folks that I shouldn't be competing with. There's a Nordstrom's and there's a JCPenney's, and it's just what it is. There's just difference in quality of things. And I love JCPenney's and I buy there all the time, but people buy, there's people that don't buy JCPenney's and they buy at Nordstrom's. They're Nordstrom's folks, and it is what it is. So I try to sell great stuff, great quality. I'll tell you something else for those that are still listening, in case people are thinking about it. I always sell my best condition cards first. I don't think anybody else necessarily does that. They would tend to try to get rid of their worst condition and save the best for last. I look through all the cards. I look through every card I send. I don't just pick it up and put it in a sleeve. I say, how does it look? Is it really near mint to mint? Whatever. Does it look as nice as I'd want it to be? Then I put it aside. Then I send it. It's done. Now, the rest of the cards, as I get down, if they're just near mint, they got whitening on the back and stuff, I change the condition to a lower condition and I price them accordingly. So again, just things that I try to do that are a little differently. Anything else on here? David, do you think the first run of S&S ETB, I don't know what that means. So Sword and Shield ETB with Pokeball wrapper. I don't know what the Pokeball wrapper part of that is. I don't think that much of Sword and Shield in those first couple sets before Darkness Ablaze are going to, I think it's going to take a long time for any of that stuff to price up just because I don't think it has the contents in there people are looking for. But maybe that Pokeball wrapper you're asking about makes it different than what I'm answering. Asaph, you could absolutely have a discount on the complete Pop 5 set if you had the money to even consider buying it, my friend. But we both know you don't. Get a job, work, save some of your money. What are you doing out there in Germany? Do you think it's all about the money when it comes to Pokemon, Mr. Locknet asked? That's why collectors don't want to sell until they can get the maximum value. What a great question. So it's very interesting that I've noticed with the sealed material these days. Remember, the difference between sealed and singles is as you get singles graded, there's nothing wrong with this, folks. I'm giving you facts. I'm not giving you opinions. As you get singles graded, it's only possible for them to be more of them. So there's, okay, we have a condition 10 PSA and there's 6. Well, it's possible if someone sends one in that you could now have 7. They can only go up. They're not going down. In the box world, they go down and they disappear. So what's interesting, you just don't see any boxes for sale anymore. And that's why people are saying, you know, when I put a $20,000 price on something and it's $30,000 is the only other box you see in the country because no one else is willing to put them out there, they're consumed by the greed. And they're hoping and praying and, you know, whatever, that box is going to continue to go up through the fact that it's not shown anywhere. And that's what you're asking me. You're saying that's why they don't want to sell till they get the maximum value. That's right. And they don't know what the maximum value is because they're still going up. Those boxes are not being shown anywhere. Well, I always say, and I'm a financial advisor, but I'm not advising anybody financially in my professional capacity. Of course, I have to say that money is money. You know, if I bought a box for $5,000, I'm selling it for $20,000, maybe I could get $30,000 and maybe I'll get $30,000 a year from now, but maybe there'll be some crazy thing go on in the hobby and people won't be collecting anymore, or there will go in an economic downturn and people won't have the disposable income. I've seen all these things over a 60-year lifetime. So I don't want to take the chance. I want to monetize and get some money, and I can always go back in. You could have bought Vivid Voltage cases now at onset and they're now worth, 20, 30% more. You can buy a lot of things that go up. You could have bought pre-releases for this, the build and battle boxes or pre-release kits or whatever they were for Vivid Voltage that are now 3 times the value with the money you took out from the older stuff. And remember, you don't have as many people that want to buy. So the one good thing about single cards versus the boxes is they're authenticated. I'm not sure the grading's always perfect. You guys know that. PSA 9s, you could have whole 3 in your hands. They look completely different. But they are at least a PSA 9, and there's no worry about that. Whereas a box, again, when it's $30,000, $40,000, you got to start worrying about what's inside that box. So it's a lot more dangerous proposition, and that's why I think it's a great question you asked. Hopefully people don't get so greedy for so long that they end up in a situation where they can't monetize for anywhere what they would have hoped to do that in the past. So, yeah, Giovanni's Break Room, thank you, buddy. Appreciate your support all the time. I really pride myself on that stuff. You get to a point in life where your reputation means everything. I sit at night and I think I'm so grateful for the reputation I have because I can sell the high dollar things right now. And it's because I've treated people right along the whole way. And it's never an arrogance thing. It's just my lesson in life. Just understand you never know what's going to come around back to you. Don't burn bridges. Take care of people. I try to answer everyone. I feel bad when I can't get people the things they want, but I just at least try to tell them I'm doing the best I can. That's all I can do. It's never a perfect science. So I think it depends on what you want to do with the cards. A collector myself, love going through my binders and admiring the art card collection. The value and money is second. And that's the greatest thing about being a collector, Kid Turi, is, you have these people like the first edition Charizard base set is what, a $225,000, $250,000 card or whatever. And I hadn't pulled mine out in 15 years and went there, a couple weeks ago. And I think I talked to you about it, showed you guys those. And they're not going to be better than 8s. I had no idea. They just put them away. They weren't of that value back then. They were just in the collection. Do I wish I had 10s? Of course I did. But do I care in the end? No. I'm glad to have every card. It's all near mint to mint. Life isn't about perfection. We all want to achieve perfection. My 6th grade teacher said, you're a perfectionist, and other people have, in my family rue the day they let me come into this family because they know what I want from them. But it's not always going to be perfect. And so, you ever move into a house and, or whatever you guys bought, and maybe you bought a car, you moved into a house, you bought something, and it had a nick on it, right? There was a wall that had something, or a wet spot on the floor, or the car had something wrong. And it bothers you, like, I don't want to buy that car and I got to get it fixed. And then, a week later, you don't even think about it anymore because it's just part of how it was. So perfection's not what you're looking for. Enjoyment, all that stuff is so much more important. Kid Turi, you said that perfectly. Yes, I've thought about a museum a ton of times, Lamar. I've thought about doing a museum of some kind. Again, I would do it where the entrance fees, I would want to do it where the entrance fees could support itself so that it would all go to charity. That's my goal. And I've really thought about it, and you have to find the right physical location unless it's just a virtual thing. And so that's always been hard, because whatever I might think of as a charitable cause, a landlord who wants rent for their place isn't necessarily, and you have to be sustainable in the business model to be able to draw enough clients there. They use the booster box wrap with Pokeballs on it. Okay, I see. No, I don't think, Jacob, I could be completely wrong, but that's not something I think will gain much traction of other things you could be focused on with your money. Let me just say that. That's funny. Yeah, I will. I realize now you can even see my son's feet in the background as he's enjoying his morning Fortnite play. Because he's got that obsessive compulsive gene like that all of us do. So, and I'm going to have a special edition too. If you look behind me, you'll see my group of friends in the back, not the sports related ones at the moment, but you see Pikachu and his friends in the back. And I'm going to be so excited to tell you a story behind a new friend that we're going to have joining the group this week. So I can't wait to show that off and whatever else. So, with that, guys, I know this camera's about to fade off into oblivion. So I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me on Sunday morning, as always. Reach out, make sure I know your names, make sure I know what you love to collect, make sure I know if you're looking for anything, make sure you tell me, David, I'm really interested in doing some sets with you, and we'll try to figure out how many boxes, if we can all open together, we each have sort of an equal footing into it. And let's see what we can put together. And I'm having a blast, and I can't do it without all of you. Some of my heart for participating, for purchasing, for hanging out, and it's just going to get bigger and better. The next month is going to be a big one. I'm going to really work hard to get more content out and to get more stuff on the website. So hang around, check me out, and have a blessed rest of your day and rest of the week. Okay, if I don't see you until then, take care.